All right. We are live. Let's freaking go. A much needed and big win over the Los Angeles Lakers. We're going to break it all down. We're going to react to it. Holy crap. I'm just double checking something on my end. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure we're live. We are live, guys, on YouTube, live on Facebook. I wish I could go live on all the other platforms, but it gets all crazy. Anyways, all right, guys, let's just jump right into it. That final brilliant play. I don't know who on the Suns coaching staff drew that up, but props to whoever drew that up. Props to Grayson Allen, Colin Gillespie, and Royce O'Neal for executing it and for making the shot that won us the game. And we're going to react to it right now. Look at this, you guys. The Suns just tweeted this out. Excuse me. Oh, God. I'm coughing already. Look at this, you guys. Check this out. Here we go. Grayson has the ball. Draws in the defense. Draws in both LeBron and Luka. Dishes it to Colin. Colin finds Royce for the easy, beautiful three. Let's watch it again, you guys. We're going to watch this like 50 times. Look at that. Beautiful pass. Colin just quick little dish to Royce. Bucket for the three. Look at the celebration afterwards. Look at Colin running over to Royce. Look at the bench going crazy. Oh, my goodness. What a win. A much-needed win. Guys, I could watch that on repeat all day long, you guys. That was beautiful. Beautiful pass by Grayson, too, man. Not only did he draw in the defense, and LeBron almost took out Luka, by the way, in that whole process, but he just look at the beautiful pass. He's had a few passes like that this season. And then that pass by Colin was just super quick. What a pass. Let's freaking go. And there was so much that built up before this that we're all going to break down, you guys. This was one of, if not the best Suns win so far this season. And that's saying something because the Suns have had a lot of good wins this season. Holy crap, you guys. What a win. Thank you to everybody who's tuning in live. We are letting this just play on repeat for right now, you guys. Holy cow. And what a bounce back game for Rolls Royce, too. Like, we needed him to have a good game. We needed a lot of players to have a good game, and that's what they did. This was besides all the injuries, this was the true definition of a team win. You know what I mean, you guys? This was so good. So good, you guys. So, again, we're probably going to watch that like 50 times later, but do me a huge favor, you guys. Crush that like button. Share the show. And thank you to everybody who is tuning in. We are live on Suns Geek. And sorry, guys. I'm just double checking something on my end. Okay, cool. All right. Anyways, where do we even begin, you guys? The Suns bench saved us in this game. I don't know if this is like a franchise record or if it's like a common thing that happens like throughout the season or seasons, but the Suns had 31 bench points in the third quarter alone. Let me repeat that. 31. I'm getting my fingers wrong. 31 bench points in the third quarter. Want to know how many the Lakers had in the third quarter? Goose egg. I saw that on the broadcast. I couldn't believe it. 31 bench points in the third quarter alone. The bench mob saved us. And even though it was kind of weird because like I felt like the Suns started the third quarter off kind of bad because I think at one point it was like 70-58 and you're like, oh boy, we've seen this before. Suns aren't coming out with any energy. The Lakers are hitting shots. The Suns aren't playing good defense. Here we go again. And then just like something just like clicked, like energy boost plays, making and taking threes. Like it all just started to like, it was like a domino effect, but a good domino effect for the Suns. Like it just started to like click like midway through that third quarter. And even though the Lakers did a good job of like coming back into this game and making it close, almost forcing overtime, the Suns they got it done. That's the most important part. Man, we got so much to talk about, you guys. So since we're already talking about the stats, let's go ahead and do that. I saw this before I went live, and I'll see if I can pull it up real quick. Right here, you guys, because you guys know I'm a big stats guy. And I know there's more than just stats with these things, but check this out, you guys. The Phoenix Suns tonight, 113 points. And I saw this on the broadcast too, because we've averaged like 80 points or less the last 2 or 3 games. So against the Blazers, we had 77. Against the Celtics, we had 81. Tonight, we scored 113 points. Much needed. 113 points. 46% from the field, 44% from 3, and 78% from the free throw line. And then the end of this tweet, the Los Angeles Lakers effect. Because if you haven't noticed, if you haven't been paying attention, especially as of late, the Lakers are just not a good team, like at all. Not only are they struggling on defense, because they do struggle on defense, but they've been struggling offensively as well. And that works for the Phoenix Suns. And they don't really have any excuses, because I believe Austin Reeves, Luka, and LeBron have played the last couple of games and kind of in a recent stretch, and they just continue to lose. So I don't know what's going on in Laker land, but I'll take it. So, and the Suns, I think, won the season series against the Lakers. Did the Lakers? Yeah, I think the Lakers only beat us once this year, and I will never forget that game. It was around Christmas time. It was that game where there was like 1 million free throws, 1 million challenges, but the Suns won the season series against the Lakers. I will take it. Beat LA. Anytime you can beat the Lakers, it's just better. And this was sort of like a pivotal win. This was like a not only win for the standings, not only like we just needed this win because of all the injuries, the week from hell that we had. Like, and again, to do it against the Lakers, so good, you guys. 113 points, 46% from the field, 44% from 3. I've said this so many times, you guys. I don't care if you're the worst team in the league. I don't care if you're the best team in the league. If you shoot 44% from 3, you're at least going to be in the ball game. Let's be real. That was insane, you guys. What a great performance. But there's so many other stats that I want to talk about. And I wish I would have wrote this down ahead of time. Hold on. Does it show how many bench points we have? If somebody can tell me how many bench points we have, I'd appreciate it. Last time I checked, it was like 56. But look at the bench. Grayson Allen by himself had 28 points off the bench. I'm just going to share my screen so you guys can see it right here. So Grayson Allen, like I mentioned, 28 points off the bench. Hit some clutch threes down the stretch. I know his efficiency was pretty bad, I guess, but I don't care. I don't care if he goes 6 for 16. Guys, excuse me, 28 points in 31 minutes. And he had 6 assists. And obviously made the assist of the game. I mean, technically, I know Colin did, but you get my point. He made the pass, the hockey assist or whatever to help win the game. 28 points, 6 made threes, 6 assists. Did he have any turnovers? And only 1 turnover for Grayson freaking Allen, but not just him. Also, Iguodala, I thought, had a good game. Rasheer Fleming, welcome to the Phoenix Suns, Rasheer Fleming. You were great tonight in your minutes. Amir Coffey, I thought, played well. Jamari Bouye, good to see him doing something, but scoring, assisting, and all that. Holy cow. Yeah, thank you, Kenyon Perry. That's what I figured, because I saw it on the broadcast. 56 bench points. 56 bench points. Huge. Not to mention Colin Gillespie, 21 points. He was great tonight. Ryan Dunn, despite only having 10 points, I thought he was really good tonight. Royce O'Neal hit the game-winning shot, but also contributed in other areas. What a win for the Phoenix Suns. I'm sorry, guys. Wow. 56 bench points. Andy says one of the most important wins for the Suns this season for sure. And I agree. And he says, turnaround incoming. I agree. I'm going to talk about that later. I'm a little overconfident right now, but I'm going to talk about how this could be a potential turnaround for the Phoenix Suns. But I think the key word in this right here is, well, there's actually two key words here. One, and important. One of the most important wins of the season for sure. Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in, Brian and MC Cole. I appreciate you guys. Absolutely. Like, that sums it up right there. You can call it one of the biggest wins. You can call it the best win. I think it's one of the most important. We might look back at this win, because remember, guys, this is our last game of the month. We don't play for 4 days, which I'm going to talk about that later. We might look back at tonight's win and be like, that was when kind of things started going up for the Suns. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Hopefully we can look back at this win and be like, that was kind of what turned things around for us after having like the week from health. You know what I mean? So what a win. What a big win for your Phoenix Suns. So before we kind of dive into like individual performances and all that, let's kind of just continue to look at the stats here. And there's some like plays that I want to break down, some moments that I saw, like things that I took note of. So guys, do me a huge favor. Crush that like button. Share the show. Tell people about Suns Geek, y'all. Let me just kind of fix my own camera here. Hold on. Let's go down. All right. So, so let's look at the stats, you guys. Hold on. Let me just do this. Okay. Can you guys see that okay? Hopefully. You know what? And whatever. Okay. So, wow. I just saw this. The Lakers shot 51% against us, but they only shot 38% from it. But that's crazy. They shot 51. It didn't feel like they shot 51% against us. Because they weren't really good from three tonight. 11 for 29. I mean, 38%, like whatever. But holy crap, they shot 51%. Sorry, I'm coughing so much, you guys. The Suns won the rebounding battle by 2, which I'll take that. They had 15 offensive rebounds. So let's just recap. Lakers shot 51%. Suns shot 46. But the most important stat, well, at least for right now, 44% from three. A much needed 44% from three for the Suns. Suns won the rebounding battle by 2, 41-39. 15 offensive rebounds. Suns had 22 assists. And how many turnovers did they have? 22 assists and 12 turnovers. If I'm correct, it was either against the Blazers or the Celtics. But I think it was against the Blazers. The Suns had more turnovers than they did assists. Tonight it was the opposite. 22 assists compared to only 12 turnovers. That's huge too. Much needed with that. Lakers, 20 assists to 13 turnovers was still more important for the Phoenix Suns in that category. They were scoring off those turnovers, obviously. The Lakers had 46 points in the paint compared to the Suns 30. The Suns had 23 fouls in this game, which I don't even want to talk about the referees because there were so many. There was one stretch late in the fourth quarter where like LeBron was shoving. I think it was like maybe Austin Reeves or Jake LaRavia was like pushing and shoving. Austin Reeves finally got called for a foul. I tweeted it out. I was like, now they freaking call the foul. Like, come on, man. So that's why the freaking free throws and all that and fouls were much different. But And again, think about it. If the Suns were like officiated fairly, especially this game, maybe the game isn't as close. Maybe this is like a blowout in a way, or maybe the Suns win by like 10 or 15, man. I don't know. I'm just saying. But what overall, like statistically, great game for the Suns, man. So let's hand out some grades because there's some things that I really want to break down and just kind of recap and focus on in the moment. So I guess let's start with Royce. Let's start with Rolls Royce. Let's give out some grades. He hit the game-winning shot. And I felt like he was just quietly good throughout the game. So I'm going to give him an A. You hit the game-winning shot, Royce. You were 3 for 6 from 3. You also contributed with 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and you were just consistent. So I'm gonna give Royce an A, man. Ryan Dunn, sort of a much needed game because it's like Ryan Dunn. I know he's only in his second year and all that. He's not having the greatest second year. Blah blah blah. We've talked a lot about Ryan Dunn, but like, when Ryan Dunn is good, he's really good. And you see the potential. You see the flashes. 26 minutes tonight. 10 points. 4 rebounds. 1 assist. 1 steal. Kind of started the game really well. I think he had like 5 points or something like that. Just had a lot of like energy plays. Hit a couple corner threes. Just doing like the little things out there. Like that's what we need Ryan Dunn to do, man. So I'm going to give Ryan Dunn... maybe a B minus. I thought he was pretty good. I know the plus minus thing, like King Nacho just put it, King Nacho says F, put it in the chat, but like, I thought he was good. He had that one throw down dunk. I want to say it was in the 4th quarter off a steal. He was like, like afterwards. I thought he was pretty good. I'm going to skip Mark Williams for now. I'm not going to talk about it. We'll talk about him later. Colin Gillespie. 21 points in 31 minutes on really good shooting. 21 points in 31 minutes. 7 for 13 from the field. 6 made threes. 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Colin Gillespie gets a B+. Jalen Green. We'll talk about Jalen Green later. His grade's not going to be very good, guys. I want to talk about the guys that did contribute. We'll talk about the ones that didn't really contribute later. Oso Ighodaro. I'm going to give... Is a B fair? I know I'm giving out a lot of Bs. Like the stat sheet won't really show it, but I thought he was pretty damn good tonight, you guys. There's a lot of Oso in my notes. So once I get to the notes section, his grade might, look better than what it is. So I'm going to give him a B, man. Rasheer Fleming, same thing. He's in my notes. Welcome to the Phoenix Suns, Rasheer. The fear fact that tonight was sort of Rasheer's game that kind of welcomed like him. You know what I mean? Like, I know he's played before and had some good moments, but like this was the Rasheer Fleming game. For that alone, you get an A+. Grayson freaking Allen. I don't care how many shot attempts you took. I don't care if it's inefficient. Screw it. I'm giving Grayson Allen an A. 28 points, 6 assists. Drew up the last play beautifully. If it wasn't for him drawing in the defense and making that beautiful pass, I don't know if we win this game. Shout out to and hitting clutch threes near the end of the game too. You get an A or an A+. And then I'm going to throw these two together, Amir Coffey and Jamari Bouye. A lot of energy out there. Amir Coffey hit 2 threes. I thought Jamari Bouye played pretty well, so I'm going to give them B, B-. Those are my grades. We'll talk about the bad later. We'll talk about Mark Williams and Jalen Green later. But I really want to talk about some notes here because there were so many things that I broke down, or not that I broke down, that I wrote down that deserve to be talked about. Sorry, guys. I'm just fixing something on my end. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Here we go. Excuse me. How's everybody's night going? You guys doing good out there? Let me know where you're watching from. Do me a huge favor, you guys. Crush that like button. Share the show. If you share it, tag me. I'd appreciate it, you guys. All right. Took a lot of notes, but these were like pivotal like moments in the game that I really want to break down. So, like I said, Ryan Dunn, I feel like he kind of set the tone in a way to start this game, at least to start. Because there were some times I was like, oh, I haven't seen Ryan Dunn in a while. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's because like Rasheer Fleming played well. But started off the game, very active in this game. 5 points, made 1-3, forced Luka into a turnover. Then the Rasheer Fleming game started to happen. And I think I can't really like show you guys the play because of like copyright issues, but like we can kind of like maybe frame by frame it. Rasheer Fleming just enters the game, and it seemed like a lot changed. He had that great defensive possession on LeBron James where, one, he almost forced LeBron into a backcourt violation. 2, stayed on his feet, and the footwork was just brilliant on LeBron. And, you know, he's LeBron James. He gets past Rasheer Fleming, but he kind of like chased him down a bit. Also had a good defensive moment on him. And then I think Rasheer grabbed the rebound. And it led to a fast break. That was what kind of stood out at first for me. He had one back tap rebound, which led to a 3-pointer. He grabbed a rebound over Grayson Allen. And by that, I mean, like, they were both going for it. Rasheer just jumped up and ripped it out of his hands, man. Like, that's what you got to do, man. And then Dwayne Rankin took note of this. The last two, and this is kind of what I just talked about, but last two Rasheer Fleming possessions. Guarded LeBron, who missed the driving layup. Again, Oso was a part of that as well. Got the rebound, then got another offensive rebound, which led to a Grayson Allen 3. So just like the little like impact plays like that were kind of big. He had one defensive possession on Luka where he was just trying to like post him up and kind of like, you know, get out of it and like shoot it. Where he stayed down on Luka and did pretty good. I think Luka either like shot it and missed or like had to force out because Rasheer Fleming was just guarding him so well. There was one play kind of noticeable. It wasn't like a game changer or anything, but Rasheer caught the ball kind of by the left elbow, and I think Colin Gillespie was nearby him, and he kind of just like, I think he dribbled a couple times and like hesitated and kind of like went like this, like, oh, take the ball. And he like passed it. And I think it led to like a shot clock violation. So I think Eddie Johnson pointed out on the broadcast, like, next time just shoot it or do something with it. Don't just like hesitate like that. That's a learning lesson for Rasheer. It was one play, but I took note of it. It is what it is. You know, again, these are just random notes that I've been taking. Suns were up 29-27. All of a sudden, they're up 35-31. Colin Gillespie and Grayson Allen were a huge part of that, hitting shots, making threes. It was a 10-2 run. Then there was a big sequence. There was a lot of sequences, you guys, in this game that I loved. Rasheer started this one possession, and I think the Suns uploaded it, so maybe we can look at it later, but I think Rasheer Fleming saved the ball from being turned over, and then that led to a Grayson Allen 3. And then Jamari Bouye stole the ball, passed it to Mark Williams, and Mark Williams passed it to Royce O'Neal, who made a 3. Like little runs like that, we saw throughout the game, like momentum building runs really helped the Suns win this game. It's stuff that like got the crowd excited. It got the team excited. The energy this game was so much better than it's been the last two games. The Suns coaching staff has talked about that. I think even the players have talked about that. Like the Suns' energy. There was just little plays, like whether it was like a Jamari Bouye steal or like a fast break, just that's what kind of woke this team up, woke the crowd up. That was what was much needed. Somehow at halftime, this was a tie game. I think it was like 48-48. Suns went on a little bit of a scoring drought. And again, this is kind of where we were like, uh-oh, Suns aren't scoring. Suns had a bad finish to the second quarter. They didn't open up the third quarter good. Uh-oh, what's going on? I did write that down. The Suns score 4 points in 5 minutes to close out the second quarter. This was a tweet from @SunsAreBetter, one of my favorite follows on Twitter. So Suns score 4 points in 5 minutes to close out the second quarter. Not good, not ideal. That sucks. They blew a 10-point lead, enter the game, somehow tied at halftime, right? Then all of a sudden, I think the Lakers went on a 24-4 run or something like that. They went on a big run. They went on a 12-0 run to open up the half. So, yeah, it was a 21-4 run, at the end of the second half, entering the third. 12-0 run. That 12-0 run kind of ended when DeAndre Ayton had that, lob alley-oop play. I think before that or, during that stretch, the Suns missed, 9 threes. Not, in a row, but just, their last 9 threes. And then, again, I've mentioned the energy boost. After that, I think it was a timeout and stuff. The Suns, like I mentioned, their energy just picked up. Rasheer Fleming's scored off a Grayson Allen assist. Jamari Bouye had a steal, which led to a Grayson Allen 3. I think Oso had back-to-back blocks, or it was a contested shot that hit off the backboard, but then he had a block, and then that led to a Grayson Allen steal, fast break 3. Little moments like that, again, that just help win this game that were huge. Then later, Grayson hits another 3, followed by an Amir Coffey 3, and then there was a swing around pass for Rasheer Fleming, and he hits the 3. And then that was what I was talking about earlier. 31 Suns bench points. 31 Suns bench points, you guys. Much needed, huge. If someone can let me know if that was a record or something, I don't think it was a record because I'm sure the Suns broadcast would have brought it up. But I don't remember the last time the Suns had 31-0 bench points. I don't know. And that third quarter was huge. Let's see here. Darth Voida, my guy from the Suns Jam Session podcast, tweeted this out. For the first time since the third quarter against the Orlando Magic on February 21st, the Phoenix Suns have scored over 30 points in a quarter. So that's huge. And then let's see what this is. Oh, yeah. I don't think I've given Grayson Allen enough credit. I know I gave him his grade and everything, but check out this tweet right here. Grayson Allen in the third quarter. This is from Devin Booker Moose on Twitter. Grayson Allen in the third quarter. 16 points. 5 for 6 from the field. 4 for 5 from 3. That was all in the third quarter. Can I pull that up somewhere? Hold on. Yeah, here we go. Let's just find the tweet. Grayson Allen took over in that third quarter, man. Oh, and I got a couple other stats to read you guys from this great account. Hold on. Let's see. Can we share that? So, yeah, like I said, look at this. Grayson Allen in the third quarter, y'all. 16 points. 5 for 6 from the field. 4 for 5 from 3. And then let me just pull up these. Hold on. Where was it? And then speaking of Grayson Allen, look at him and Colin Gillespie, man. Oops. Here we go. Him and Colin Gillespie. Like I said, 28 points for Allen, 6 assists, 6 made threes. Colin Gillespie, 21 points, 7 for 13 from the field, 6 made threes. They had more combined threes than the Lakers did as a team. That's crazy. Colin Gillespie and Grayson Allen had more combined threes than the Lakers did as a team. And remember, Luka had a great game. Austin Reeves was healthy. LeBron was out there. Luke Kennard was out there. Wow. And then I don't think I've given enough credit to Royce O'Neal, man. Buckets O'Neal versus the Lakers, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 4 for 7 from the field, 3 for 6 from 3. Hit the game-winning shot. Shout out to Royce O'Neal. If he can continue to play consistent like this and hit big shots, that will prove another reason why he starts so many games. Man, but I have a few more notes, you guys. Let's see here. Hold on. Oh yeah. Probably my favorite, and there was a lot of great moments tonight. Probably like my favorite series of events. My favorite like stretch of the game. And I think this was in the third quarter. No, I think it was in the fourth quarter. My apologies. So Oso Ighodaro has a layup. Oso Ighodaro finds Colin for 3. That was when he hit that like and 1-3. Colin makes the free throw. Oso had a incredible poster boom room dunk. I forgot who he dunked it over. It was like Jake Laravia or something. And I remember even tweeting out, I was like, Oso boom room dunk. And I said, Oso has grown. Like his game has improved so much this year. I said, I am proud of Oso. He played so good in this game. And then Jamari Bouye. I'm sorry. So yeah, Oso layup. Oso to Colin for 3 and 1. Oso boom room dunk. Colin Gillespie hits another 3. Suns go on an 11-0 run. A few moments later, Royce O'Neal finds Ryan Dunn for that throwdown dunk where Ryan was like, ah. Then that was a 13-0 run, which, so 11-0 run, 13-0 run. Timeout Lakers, down 10. After the timeout, Oso has that little like handoff, quick screen, pass to Colin Gillespie for 3. That was an 18-3 run. And then Oso had a really good play where he had really good defense on Austin Reeves. And the Suns kept making threes. Shane Young had a tweet right here. This is the 7th game of the season making at least 23 pointers. The first time since February 3rd. So, huge for the Phoenix Suns. And then, the Lakers kind of go on a run after that. And then we have the final play. Grayson, Colin, Royce O'Neal hits the shot. Game winner. Man. Woo. Drinking my Suns edition Sprite. Sprite, if you're watching. You want to send me more of these? That'd be awesome. I'd appreciate it. Man. Shout out to Affle, I can't talk. Shout out to Affle Bite Music. Appreciate you being here, man. Says, how we doing, my man? I'm great, man. Great win. Huge, important win. Much needed win tonight. So yeah, guys, that's it for like at least my grades and my notes that I took and all that. I'm just gonna make sure I didn't miss anything. DeAndre, I'm sorry, guys. Sponsored by Sprite, for real. Sprite, if you're watching, please sponsor me, even with my crappy lighting that you're seeing. Look at this, you guys. Hold on, let's see. Oops. Look at this, you guys. DeAndre Clint Capella Ayton tonight. 2 points, 4 rebounds, -24 in the plus minus. Man. Yeah, shout out to Oso from Chandler, Arizona. Proud of him. Yep, if you guys don't know, played his high school ball here. I don't know if he was born here, but, obviously played high school ball here. So he probably had to live here for a long time. And then, went to, what college did he go to? Marquette or something like that. And now he's a member of the Phoenix Suns and probably a Sun for the foreseeable future, especially if he keeps playing the way he's been playing. Applebite Music. So, let's see. Glad to hear it. You enjoying the 90-degree weather this week? Yeah, man, it's been so hot out there, bro. It's getting hotter and hotter. But you know what? Super thankful to be living in the valley again. I will take this heat over anything, man. Best weather. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, man. So, let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. Do we want to kind of shift gears and get not negative, but be like a realist for a minute? Because Mark Williams and Jalen Green haven't been playing that good. And just like Applebite Music says, crush that like button, y'all. I probably won't spend too much time on this. Players go through funks, but Mark Williams definitely has like hit a wall. And like you would think like I'm not trying to pick on DeAndre Ayton here, but like you would think like Mark Williams could have had a bounce back game against a DeAndre Ayton or like a Jackson Hayes, you know, or like the Lakers kind of just small ball. And like, I don't recall Mark Williams doing much of anything. I mentioned him once in my notes. I think it was like when that fast break pass and he found somebody for a three. I don't really remember him doing much out there. Now, in all fairness, he only did play 13 minutes, and kind of like the DeAndre Ayton conversation, I was listening to John Bloom and Tim Kempton on the way home from work, and they kind of made a good point. They're like, Mark Williams is always engaged. You know, with DeAndre Ayton, it wasn't really like that. Like DeAndre Ayton, you had to get him engaged. You had to get him involved. But it was like, you have to kind of get him kind of into it. And that's not really like feed him the ball every single possession, but it's like, you got to get him kind of energized. Maybe that's why he's been struggling as of late. I don't think it's really his engagement necessarily. It's just like they're not getting him the ball enough. And when he does have the ball, he's not really doing that much with it. I don't know. What do you guys think is wrong with Mark Williams? But I think sort of the bigger problem, I don't want to say problem, but bigger issue, bigger whatever word you want to use, fill in the blank, is Jalen Green. And look, I've been a Jalen Green supporter. I still am a Jalen Green supporter. Maybe I'm a little biased because I met him at the airport at Summer League and all that. But I was excited when we got Jalen Green, and I've been one of his biggest backers. But he's definitely struggling. We cannot win games. We cannot go through the month of March that we're about to go through, where there's a lot of home games, and we have a 6-game road trip. We cannot get through the month of March if Jalen Green's going to be putting up 9 points on 4 for 15 shooting. You know, he hit a couple big shots here and there, but like he had 4 turnovers as well. He didn't really do much out there. He was a part of a couple stretches here and there, but he just wasn't that good. And like, I'm not trying to pick on Jalen Green because like I love the guy. Like I'm glad he's a son. I hope that it works out with Jalen Green. Like I hope that he can be a part of this team and be big for us like down the road and this season and all that. But like, look at his last few games. He had 26 points against the Spurs. That was huge. He had 47% shooting that game, 44% from 3. But then ever since then, he had 16-5 versus the Magic. Shot 23%. Versus the Blazers, 13 points. Shot 37%. By the way, I don't even want to read you his 3-point numbers. They're horrific right now. Against the Celtics, 13 points, 27%. Tonight, like I just said, 9 points on 26% shooting. And the 3-point shooting is even worse. And again, like it could just be a really bad stretch. Maybe Jalen Green will figure it out when at least Devin Booker comes back. Because with the way Grayson Allen's been playing lately, like, you know, when Devin Booker comes back, that might help Jalen Green's game grow. And maybe we'll see a better version of Jalen Green. But we cannot win if Jalen Green's going to be putting up numbers like that, man. We just can't. Just cannot do it. Hold on, you guys. Let's see. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. Let me know your guys' thoughts, comments in the chat. Man, just what a great win, you guys. Here we go. Here's something else to talk about. John Gambadoro from Arizona Sports. But I can't talk. John Gambadoro from Arizona Sports. Since the All-Star break, the Suns had shot field 3-point 37/29 versus San Antonio Spurs. So there's the numbers: 34-29 versus the Magic, 36-26 versus Portland, 37-33 versus Boston. Tonight versus a trash defense, they shot 46% from the field, 44% from deep. Lakers defense was just what Phoenix needed. In translation, the Lakers are bad at defense, and when the Suns are on, they are on. You know? And again, you guys, like, I truly believe this. I don't care if you're the stinky Washington Wizards or the stinky Portland Trailblazers, or not Portland Trailblazers, stinky Indiana Pacers, or if you're like a really good team like the Thunder or something like that. If you shoot 44% from three, dude, you're at least going to be in the game. Like, I believe that, man. Let's see. MC Cole says, Mark Williams isn't a big. He doesn't back anyone down. Same as Ayton. Yeah, I've noticed that. He doesn't really like post up and like do like a little sky hook or like something like that. I will say with Ayton, at least Ayton like would kind of post up and like do like a little bit of a midi. Mark Williams doesn't really do that much. He might have like a soft touch inside in the paint and all that, but yeah, he doesn't really back anyone down. I do agree with that. And I'm not trying to like I saw some people on Twitter being like, oh, so's our best center and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, come on, guys. Like, let's not do that. Let's not like have that. Like, maybe that's a conversation for like the off season, but like, come on, like right now, let's not do that. Let's be thankful that like the Suns have big men who can be productive, because I feel like even though he's on a rough stretch, I kind of feel like we're forgetting what Mark Williams did like in the first half of the season, which, by the way, I don't know if I can find it. I got to go to my guy John Voida's Twitter, because he had a really good tweet about Mark Williams before the All-Star break. So again, before All-Star break. So let me see if I can find this, and then we'll probably just open up the chat and talk about whatever. But it was a really good Mark Williams tweet, and I just want to make sure I can find it. I think it was my guy John Voida. If I can't find it, you know what? I think I had a screenshot of it. My bad, you guys. Let's see. Give me 1 second here, because I promise this will be worth it if I can find it, you guys. What I'm trying to say, though, is I feel like, yes, Mark Williams has struggled as of late. He cannot afford to struggle during like play-in tournament playoff time. But like, we can't forget what he also did like in the first half of the season. Here it is. So yeah, it was the lead. Sorry, I don't know why I thought it was my guy John Voida, but the lead SM posted this a while ago. There's the tweet, if you guys can see that. I can't really pull it up on the screen right now, but now remember, this was before the All-Star break, or it was like right at All-Star break. This season, Mark Williams ranks second in offensive rating in the NBA in offensive rating, second in true shooting, third in field goal percentage, sixth in win shares, 12th in the NBA in PER, 18th in defensive rating, 19th in total win shares. Again, that was at the All-Star break. And how many games has Mark Williams played, you guys? Tonight was the 60th Suns game, and I think he's played in probably 95% of his games. Let's find out real quick. Hold on. Where's Mark Williams? Let's go back. So, again, long-winded answer, but I don't want Suns fans to forget what Mark Williams has done this season. 54 games. He's played in 54 games. You know what I mean? Yeah, like King Nacho says, like, glad Williams is staying healthy. Me too, man. Like, and he's averaging, at least according to ESPN right now, so 54 games, 23 minutes. That's also important. He's had a lot of games where he's played big minutes. 64% from the field. 11 points, 8 rebounds, and nearly a block and nearly a steal and 1 assist. Just saying, you guys. And Oso's been playing better. Oso has grown so much this year, you guys. All right, guys, I'm going to open up the chat for you guys. If you got comments, questions, concerns, whatever, you want me to talk about something, let me know. We'll probably go for like 5 or 10 minutes unless you guys got a great question and all that. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. In the meantime, crush that like button. Share the show. Let me make sure I didn't miss any comments too. Oh yeah, so let's talk about this. Thank you for reminding me, Jesse. Goodwin will be back as well. So I mentioned this earlier. We're going to pull up the schedule because the Suns have 4 days off. And, you know, with the week that the Suns have had, I think that's huge. Like the Suns need, let's see, hold on. How do I do this? How come I can't share my screen? Hold on. Can we do this? Well, just know that the Suns have 4 days off while I'm trying to figure out what's going on in my life here. How come I can't share my screen, man? Oh, I see what I did wrong. Okay, there we go. All right. Now we're going to kind of zoom in on March here. Hopefully that works. Remember, you guys, this was the last Suns game of the month. I know it wasn't the prettiest month, but we somehow got through it. Look at that, you guys. The Suns have 4 days off. We have the 28th, or sorry, we have the 27th, tomorrow, Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Almost Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Off to rest, to heal, to practice, to do whatever it is the Suns are going to do. And they go out on a win against the Lakers. And we'll check the standings and everything later, but I think they said if we win this game, like we're 1 game above the Lakers or something in the standings or something like that. And, you know, as King Nacho says here, like any word on when Book is expected to be back, no word, but he's going to get reevaluated this weekend. And I think Jordan Knott said something along the lines of like, he's moving a lot better in practice. And I talked about this last live show when I was live with Matthew Lissy from the Suns Jam Session podcast. Excuse me. I don't want to jinx anything, but look at our first 4 games. Heck, even, you know what? I don't want to jinx anything. I don't want to sound too overconfident. Look at our first 6 games of March. The Kings are tanking, and they have like a lot of injured players. The Bulls, last time I checked, they lost like 10 in a row. The Pelicans, Zion's been pretty healthy, but they're not good. The Hornets are really good. So, you know, that's kind of like a speed bump in the schedule there. But like the Bucks, they're not good. They're not very good anyways. And then the Pacers, they're the worst team in the league right now. They'll probably be good next year, but they're like the worst team in the league. Look at that. Kings, Bulls, Pelicans, Bucks, Pacers. Guys, like if we could win like 5 out of those 6, that'd be huge. And like do not sleep on the Hornets, you guys. They are so good. I saw a tweet earlier about the Hornets, and let me see if I can find it. And Con Knipple like literally is putting up like Steph Curry-ish 3-pointers this season. I think he has the most threes from a rookie like ever or something like that. But there was a tweet about the Hornets. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Just know that they're good and they've been playing better. But yeah, here it is. The Hornets have now won 17. Let me repeat this. The Hornets have now won 17 out of the last 19 games with LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, Concanipple, Miles Bridges, and Diabate as starters. 17 of 19. And I think since like the new year, they're like one of the best teams, especially in January. They were like fantastic. Been a fan of Brandon Miller since he came out of the draft. Always been cheering for him. He's fought and battled some injuries. Same thing with LaMelo. I've always liked LaMelo. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. You know, Concanipple is looking like the next Steph Curry out there, at least his three-point shooting. Miles Bridges, but Hornets are good, man. They got a good coach. I think Charles Lee's their coach. I forget their GM's name, but I like their GM too. And they're good, man. But again, the Kings, it's a road game. Then we got three home games in a row. Bulls, Pelicans, Hornets. And then, we start a 6-game road trip. Like Toronto's pretty good. Boston kicked our ass the other night. Timberwolves are okay, but you can't sleep on them. The Spurs had they won every game this month. They're really good. And then we play the Bucks, Raptors, Nuggets, Jazz, Grizzlies, Magic. It's going to be a crazy month of March. I'm going to try to go to some of those games too. But man, so I'm excited, you guys. If we can at least win like 5 out of those first 6-7 games. Oh, I just said it. Sorry. 6-7. That'd be huge, you guys. Man. That's a bit of a tough road trip coming up with 6 games in 10 days. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. And then we have more. We only have 2 games in April at home, at least, if you don't count the play-in tournament or playoffs. For the regular season, the Suns only have 2 games. And that's a tough schedule in April, you guys. If the Hornets keep playing the way they're playing, you start April with the Hornets. But, you have 3 days off in a 4-day span. Then you play the Bulls. That's like an afternoon game, so that might be a weird game. Then you play back-to-back home games, the final games of the home season, Rockets and Mavericks. Then you play the Lakers and the Thunder to close out the season. That's crazy. That's why, again, you guys, we could be looking back at this Lakers win at the end of the March, beating the Lakers tonight, and be like if we have a good month of March, we're going to say that Lakers win turned everything around, and the 4 days off that we had after turned everything around. All right, guys. I think that's going to be it. I don't really know if I have much left. I haven't really watched too many movies or games since I last did a last, live show. Been playing a little bit of GTA 5, but that's pretty much been it. I don't know if you guys saw, because the bar, this little bar or whatever, was blocking it most of the live show, but got another pair of D-Book ones. Humble brag here. I'm humbly bragging. Please forgive me. Got the Scorpion glow-in-the-dark D-Book ones. I've worn them a couple times. Very comfortable shoe. And these just kind of look badass. Got the box right here, too. Got a few more D-Books back there. Thankful to own them. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think I talked about this before. And forgive me for saying this. I wasn't crazy about the D-Book ones. Devin Booker, if you're watching, which I know you're not, sorry. I mean, I know everyone's a critic, but I wasn't crazy about these at first, but I'm kind of kicking myself now because I am kind of crazy about these now. And I think really because, one, it's Devin Booker. He's our franchise player. Why would I not support his shoes? But two, it's they're a really comfortable shoe. You can obviously play basketball in them. But if you're like me and you like to wear them to work or when I'm going out and about and stuff, they're a badass shoe to have. So I'm glad that I'm now kind of getting obsessed with them. and collecting as many of them as I can, at least the ones that I like anyways. And I think Devin Booker's had 2 or 3 releases so far of the D-Book 2s. I already own one of them. So I'm starting the collection, Devin Booker. So Devin Booker, if you want to send me some shoes, I'd make a whole video about that, man. You probably don't even know who the hell I am, but you want to send me your shoes, man. Appreciate that, brother. All right, guys. Let me know in the comments or in the chat if you have any D-Book 1 or 2s. And I'm not trying to like brag or anything. I know there's like people out there that can't afford them or whatever. I get it. I trust me. I've been there, you guys. Collecting shoes is very expensive. It's hard to go out and spend over $100 or whatever. I think these were like over 100. The D-Book 2s were like 150. So I get it. It's an expensive habit. Yeah. So that's my Devin Booker shoe rant. Maybe one day I'll do a whole like video on D-Book shoes and stuff. So, yeah, that's awesome, MC Cole. That's where I kind of am kicking myself. I missed out on like a lot of like releases, like the Forrest Gump ones, and like the I forgot what they're called. Like I don't. There's so many D-Books I missed out on, but thank God for the internet, because the internet has a lot of them, kind of cheaper than they were when they first came out. So I'm hoping to get the ones that I really want, like those like All-Star Weekend kind of shoes or whatever. I want those for sure, and so many others. So, all right, guys, that's pretty much it. Book watches the show, Geek, for real, man. I wish he would. I'm not trying to sound like overconfident or anything. I'm sure Booker probably has heard the name Sons Geek, but he probably doesn't know like my face or anything. That'd be crazy if he did. I mean, I literally have your poster and a picture frame of you in my background, Devin Booker. But yeah, that's why you guys got to help me out. You got to tweet the show. Tag Devin Booker in it, man. That would help me out a lot. Or if you meet Devin Booker, be like, yo, check out Sons Geek, bro. I mean, you don't have to do that, but that'd be awesome if you did. All right, guys. Screw it. Should I go for like another minute and a half and just show you guys my cactus? My cactus is. You guys know I'm obsessed with cactus. I'm literally wearing a cactus shirt. Yeah, I love cactus. Why do you love cactuses, Brandon? Well, because I grew up here. I lived here for many years, and then life happened, and I had to move to Memphis, Tennessee for 4 years. But I moved back. It's already been 1 year since I moved back to this beautiful hot state. And now I'm obsessed with cactuses and desert. And I'm obsessed with Arizona. I love the state, man. I don't care what anybody says. Also, I was like cleaning out some stuff and organizing some stuff, and I found 2 awesome Batmobiles. Yeah, if you guys don't know, I'm obsessed with Batman too. Look at these Batmobiles. I think this one came from McDonald's like years ago. You guys remember this? Yeah. So yeah, love Batman, love Devin Booker, love the Phoenix Suns, love cactuses, love Arizona. I love all you guys. You guys are amazing, beautiful people. Fun show. As MC Cole says, thanks, Geek. Great show. Thank you guys. Again, the fact, yeah, and the cactus hat, Saul. Thank you. The fact that you guys give a crap about what I have to say about the Phoenix Suns, you're the reason this channel is what it is. You know, you guys are awesome. So, all right, guys, as always, make sure to subscribe. If it has to deal with the Phoenix Suns, I'm going to make a video about it. Crush that like button. Share the show. Spread love and positivity out there, you guys. I know it's a crazy world we live in, but just be nice to people. That's all. It's not that hard to be nice to people. And never give up on the Phoenix Suns, you guys. If you would have told me that the Suns would have, 36 wins or something like that at this point of the season, if you would have told me that, like during the summer when everything looked all doom and gloom, I would have been like, you're crazy, man. Man. One game at a time, Suns fans. Let's make the play-in tournament. No, let's not even make the play-in tournament. Let's make the freaking playoffs, guys. Let's make the playoffs. All right, guys. Peace out. God bless. Go Suns. I love Arizona as well. Born and raised in Phoenix. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Go all Arizona sports teams too. All right, guys. Love you guys. Peace out. God bless. I'll see you in the next stream or video. Maybe we'll get some news during the weekend on Devin Booker and I'll make a video about it. We'll see. All right. Peace out. God bless. Win or lose, Phoenix Suns for life. Subscribe. Share the show. Peace out. God bless. And go Suns.
What's up, Suns G?